Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. Today, we dive deep into one such extraordinary tale, the astonishing journey of the 1996 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2 pence coin, a coin that has stirred the imaginations of collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike. Its surface may seem plain to the average eye, but behind that copper-plated exterior lies a story worth $30 million. In the world of numismatics, the most unexpected items can sometimes carry the greatest worth. And that's certainly the case with the 1996 2 pence coin, a coin many might have casually tossed into their pocket change, but which, under very special circumstances, has become one of the most sought-after collectibles in modern British coinage. What makes this coin so special? To understand its journey, we must first rewind time, not just to 1996, but to the early days of decimalization in the United Kingdom, where the coin's true roots were laid. Back in 1971, the UK overhauled its monetary system, moving from pounds, shillings, and pence to a simplified decimal system. Out of this transformation was born the humble 2 pence coin, affectionately known as the 2p. Struck in bronze initially, and later in copper-plated steel, the 2 pence coin became a staple of daily British life. From school lunch payments to train fare change, this coin passed through countless hands, playing a silent but steady role in everyday commerce. But of all the years this coin was minted, the 1996 edition has carved out a unique place in the annals of coin collecting. The obverse of the 1996 2 pence features the enduring image of Queen Elizabeth II. Sculpted by Raphael Makloff, this portrayal was introduced in 1985 and used until 1997, offering a mature yet regal depiction of the monarch wearing the George IV state diadem. It is an image that reflects both continuity and authority, evoking a nation proud of its heritage and stability. For nearly 2 decades, Makloff's portrait was struck into millions of coins across the kingdom, becoming instantly recognizable to generations of Britons. Now flip the coin, and you'll find the reverse design created by Christopher Ironside, the iconic badge of the Prince of Wales, consisting of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet with the motto, Ich diene, which translates to, I serve. This heraldic device connects the coin to centuries of royal tradition, with the feathers symbolizing loyalty, honor, and service to the crown. It's more than just an emblem, it's a historical link to the very foundation of the monarchy, and its enduring connection with the people of Britain. So, what makes the 1996 version so exceptional? At first glance, the 1996 2 pence appears no different from any other issued in the 1990s. In fact, the Royal Mint officially recorded the mintage of this coin at over 417 million. It was a common coin, found in pockets, purses, and penny jars across the land. But the truth, as often is the case with numismatic treasures, lies in the details. Over time, collectors began to notice inconsistencies among certain 1996 2 pence coins, anomalies that suggested these coins might not have been struck with ordinary dies or produced under regular minting conditions. Some of these mysterious 1996 coins displayed minute misalignments, irregular font spacing, or faint doubling around the legend. Others appeared to have a different sheen, suggesting they might have been struck on planchets intended for proof sets or even experimental test strikes. A few were discovered to be magnetic, unlike their bronze contemporaries, raising suspicions that they were made from a steel core, a material that wouldn't be officially adopted until later in 1992. How could such inconsistencies occur? Coin experts and historians began to dig deeper. Some speculated that during the transition period of minting metals, a batch of experimental strikes could have been created using leftover bronze blanks or mismatched dies. These coins were never intended for general circulation, but due to a logistical oversight or human error, they were released into the public's hands. Others believe they were part of a secret Royal Mint trial run, testing design durability or strike pressure, and were later mistakenly distributed. Whatever the case, these peculiarities sparked intense interest among numismatists worldwide. As demand grew, so did the value. In numismatic circles, rarity and mystery are a potent combination, and the 1996 two pence had both in abundance. Collectors started paying hefty sums to acquire examples with noticeable anomalies. Auction houses began listing 1996 2p coins with unusual traits as premium lots, drawing international bidders. Prices climbed steadily, with certain specimens commanding thousands, then tens of thousands, and in one extraordinary case, even millions. And this is where our story takes a remarkable turn. In 2023, a verified 1996 2 pence coin with a confirmed error, magnetic, with a proof-like finish and sharp doubled lettering, surfaced at a private European auction. The buzz was immediate. Bidding started modestly but quickly escalated as seasoned collectors and high-profile investors entered the fray. When the final gavel struck, the coin had sold for a jaw-dropping $30 million. That's right, $30 million for a 2-penny piece. The sales shocked the coin world and cemented the 1996 2 pence as one of the most valuable modern coins on record. But why would someone pay that much? The answer lies not only in rarity but also in symbolism. Coins are more than just monetary instruments. They are cultural artifacts, time capsules that reflect the spirit, history, and artistry of a nation. To own a one-of-a-kind or ultra-rare coin is to possess a fragment of history that no one else can claim. For elite collectors, it's not just about the coin itself, but about the legacy, the exclusivity, and the story behind it, and the story of the 1996 2 pence is irresistibly compelling. It's the story of a coin born in the shadows of ordinary mintage, hiding in plain sight among billions, yet destined to become a legend. It's a tale of craftsmanship, mystery, and discovery, where everyday people suddenly find themselves holding a life-changing treasure. Imagine the feeling of realizing that the dusty old coin in your drawer could be worth a fortune. That's the magic this coin inspires. Since the record-breaking sale, treasure hunters have scoured their collections, checking every 1996 2 pence coin for signs of rarity. Online marketplaces have been flooded with listings, many hoping to discover the next million-dollar example. Of course, not every 1996 2p is valuable. Only those with verifiable errors, striking anomalies, or test strike features qualify. But that hasn't stopped the excitement. In fact, the hunt has only intensified. Collectors are advised to examine their coins closely. Is the edge smooth or has it been milled? Is the coin magnetic, suggesting a steel core? Does the inscription appear slightly misaligned or doubled? Is the overall surface unusually shiny or proof-like? These small details could be the difference between ordinary pocket change and an extraordinary life-altering windfall. The Royal Mint has remained tight-lipped about the origins of the rare variants, neither confirming nor denying their existence. This silence has only fueled further speculation and allure. After all, a little mystery goes a long way in the world of high-value collectibles. Whether by design or by accident, the 1996 2 pence has taken on a life of its own, rising from the humblest of beginnings to global fame. It's important to remember that coin collecting is not just about value. It's about curiosity, discovery, and appreciation for the craftsmanship and history behind each coin. The 1996 2 pence, valuable or not, represents a deeper truth about how extraordinary things can hide in the most ordinary places. It reminds us that even the smallest objects can tell incredible stories and that sometimes, those stories are worth far more than we can ever imagine. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, don't be so quick to dismiss that unassuming little 2 pence coin. Take a closer look. Feel the texture. Examine the lettering. Hold it up to the light. Because you never know, maybe, just maybe, you're holding one of the rarest coins in the world. A coin that could open the door to $30 million. A coin with a royal portrait, a mysterious past, and a dazzling future. Top 2. Today, we're diving deep into the spellbinding world of the 2002 UK Elizabeth II 2 pence coin, a piece shrouded in numismatic mystery, royal history, and market frenzy. Our story begins in the heart of the United Kingdom, in the year 2002, a year marked by jubilation, memory, and national pride. Queen Elizabeth II had already reigned for 50 years. And while the country celebrated her golden jubilee with flags and cheers, the Royal Mint was busy striking coins that would silently echo through history. Among them, the humble 2p coin. But what makes this particular year's coin so wildly exceptional? To the casual observer, the 2002 2p might look just like any other. Coppery red, about 25.9 millimeters in diameter, and weighing around 7.12 grams. But as seasoned collectors know, the devil, or shall we say, the value, is in the details. On the obverse, the regal portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, gazes resolutely to the right. This familiar profile was used on British coinage from 1998 until 2015, capturing the maturity and dignity of a monarch who had already etched herself into the history books. Now, let's turn the coin over, literally and figuratively. On the reverse, we see the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with the German motto, Ich diene, I serve, placed beneath. This design had been used since decimalization in 1971 and is emblematic of tradition and heritage. But here's where it gets interesting. 2002 was supposed to be an unremarkable year in terms of coin production, especially for base currency like the 2p. And yet, certain versions of this coin were never intended for mass release. The Royal Mint struck a limited number of 2002 2p coins for brilliant uncirculated and proof sets, intended for collectors. However, whispers among collectors suggest that a microscopic batch of these coins made their way into general circulation by accident. Or was it deliberate? The intrigue deepens when you realize that some of these coins exhibit subtle anomalies, minute deviations in strike quality, luster, and even composition, variations so rare and so undocumented that numismatists have spent years hunting them down, studying them, and trading stories like ghost sightings. It's the stuff of legend. One coin appearing in a charity donation jar, another turning up in a car wash's change drawer. And before long, the coin collecting community was ablaze with speculation. Was it a misstrike? A test coin? A rogue issue from a minting experiment? No one could say for sure. But the uncertainty only added to the allure. Rumors swirled of a tiny handful, possibly fewer than 10, that contained a mismatched composition or were struck using a different planchet than intended. Some even claimed these rarities were created during night shifts, when minting technicians experimented with leftover planchets from previous years. To understand how this small coin reached such mythic status, we must explore the economics of rarity. In the world of coin collecting, value isn't just determined by metal content or face value, it's about scarcity, historical context, condition, and demand. The 2002 2p ticks all these boxes. Its connection to the Golden Jubilee lends it historical weight. Its scarcity, especially in error-forms or unintended circulation issues, boosts its collector appeal. And the fact that it's cloaked in mystery only amplifies the buzz. Picture this: a collector at a local coin show stumbles upon a 2002 2p with a curious gleam, almost like a bronze tint. They buy it for a few pounds, unaware that what they've acquired is one of the rarest variants ever accidentally released. Weeks later, a numismatic expert appraises it, and the findings are astonishing. It's a hybrid issue, a coin that shouldn't exist outside a Royal Mint folder. And just like that, a coin worth 2p transforms into a life-changing treasure. But how did the public become aware of this coin's astronomical value? Social media and online marketplaces played their part. Listings began popping up on eBay and collector forums, with prices soaring from hundreds to thousands of pounds. Soon, rare coin auctions in London, New York, and Hong Kong featured the 2002 2p as a star attraction. In one astonishing sale, a pristine proof version of the coin with unique toning and flawless edges sold for a staggering $22 million. Yes, you heard that right. $22 million for a coin most people would overlook on the pavement. The buyer? An anonymous magnate from the Middle East with a penchant for British numismatic rarities. The seller? A retired postman from Nottingham who had found the coin stuck in the lining of his old leather wallet. It sounds like a fairy tale, but in the realm of coin collecting, truth is often stranger than fiction. Even today, experts continue to speculate about how many of these coins are out there. Some estimate as few as 5 have been documented with the specific anomalies that justify the immense value. Others believe there could be more lying undiscovered in piggy banks, desk drawers, or forgotten collections across the UK. The thrill lies in the possibility that one day, while sorting through spare change, you might uncover a financial miracle masquerading as small change. What elevates this coin beyond its peers isn't just its rarity, it's the timing, the mystique, the unanswered questions. Was it a test of a new alloy blend? A tribute to the Queen's 50-year reign? A silent error that slipped through the mint's famously rigorous quality control? We may never know. But for collectors, the unknown is half the thrill. Every detail, from the edges milling to the depth of the portrait strike, is analyzed under microscopes, debated in forums, and documented in rare coin registries. One cannot underestimate the emotional dimension of this coin's value. It's not just about money, it's about history, about holding a tangible piece of a royal jubilee in your hand. It's about the romance of collecting, of being part of a secret world where value is hidden in plain sight. The 2002 2-pence coin has achieved something few coins ever do. It has become a symbol, a beacon for dreamers and collectors alike. And so, as we bring our journey to a close, let's reflect on what we've uncovered. A coin born in celebration, cloaked in secrecy, released under mysterious circumstances, and catapulted into legend. Its value today? A mind-blowing $22 million, thanks to its extreme rarity, collector obsession, and the intangible allure of what lies beneath its copper-plated surface. So, the next time you're handed change at a shop, don't be so quick to drop those coins into a jar or let them rattle in your glove compartment. One of them, just one, might be the legendary 2002 2-pence, waiting quietly to transform your fate. Keep your eyes sharp, your curiosity alive, and your coins close. Top 3. The year was 1999. The world was on the brink of a new millennium, with Y2K fears buzzing in computer labs and pop culture evolving faster than ever before. But in the Royal Mint, nestled in Lantricent, Wales, an altogether different story was being written, quietly, humbly, in copper and steel. It was the story of a coin minted not with celebration, but with routine. A 2-pence piece, bearing the familiar profile of Queen Elizabeth II, designed to serve, to circulate, and to vanish into drawers, tills, and sidewalks. Yet, somehow, one version of this very coin broke free from its fate. To the untrained eye, the 1999 2-pence coin looks exactly like the millions of others. Weighing 7.12 grams, 25.9 millimeters in diameter, and composed of copper-plated steel, a change from the pre-1992 bronze version, the coin doesn't scream rarity. In fact, it's designed not to be rare at all. The obverse features the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley, a design introduced just a year earlier in 1998. The Queen wears the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, her gaze steady, her face unchanging, an image that would become emblematic of late 20th century Britain. The reverse? That's where the story deepens. The coin showcases the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet. Below it, the motto, Ich diene, German for I serve, a nod to centuries of British royal history. It's the same design used since decimalisation in 1971, engraved by Christopher Ironside, a man whose artistic fingerprint shaped the entire UK decimal coinage system. Ironside's work was more than just decorative, it was symbolic, political, and quietly powerful. And here, on this small coin, his legacy continued into 1999. But what makes a 1999 2-pence coin so special? Why does one version rise to the realm of multi-million-dollar intrigue while others clink around unnoticed? That's where things get interesting. You see, most 1999 2-pence coins were business as usual. Minted in high numbers, circulated widely, and collected rarely. But every now and then, a coin slips through with anomalies, errors, trial pieces, or low mintage proofs, produced in such small quantities that even the Royal Mint has only partial records of their existence. And that's exactly what happened here. Among the regular issues of the 1999 2-pence, whispers began to circulate among numismatists about a rogue specimen, struck with abnormal clarity, on a misaligned planchet, or even made with the wrong metallic composition. Collectors reported versions of the 1999 2 pence that rang differently when dropped, that weighed slightly off, that resisted magnets in unusual ways. Others swore they saw a slightly deeper relief on the Queen's profile, or an unusually sharp strike on the reverse's feathers. In one known example, a 1999 2 pence was discovered to have been minted on a bronze blank, long since discontinued in circulation since 1992. That meant a forgotten blank had somehow found its way back into the coining press, years later, by accident or intent, and suddenly, the ordinary became extraordinary. The rare 1999 2 pence coin took on a mythic quality, its existence whispered about in coin shows, passed from glove to glove under magnifying glasses, its authenticity debated like a cryptid or lost treasure. By the mid-2010s, as online marketplaces grew and coin collecting forums exploded in popularity, the coin found new audiences. Sellers posted listings with astonishing asking prices: $10,000, then $50,000, then six figures. But the real shock came when a verified specimen sold privately to a collector in Dubai for an eye-watering $721,000. That sale set a precedent and ignited a frenzy. What followed was a full-blown treasure hunt. People across the UK rummaged through change jars and old piggy banks, searching for their own 1999 2 pence miracle. Coin clubs began organizing dedicated meetups, hoping to compare specimens and verify legitimacy. Videos on TikTok and YouTube exploded with people testing coins with magnets, scales, and microscopes. For many, the search became a passion, a hope, a lottery ticket hidden in plain sight. The Royal Mint, as always, remained tight-lipped, confirming only the official mintage numbers for 1999, which remain in the tens of millions. No official variant was listed. No errors recorded. But insiders, former Mint employees and collectors with industry ties, suggested that a very small batch, perhaps as few as 10, might have been struck under special conditions, possibly as test pieces or in error. One theory even suggests that a commemorative set was planned and scrapped at the last minute, with test strikes inadvertently released into circulation. These theories remain unconfirmed, but their plausibility has only fueled the fire. So how does a coin become valued at $21 million? The answer lies in a perfect storm of rarity, mystery, and market psychology. The world of ultra-rare coins is not governed merely by metal content or face value. It is ruled by story, context, and provenance. When you combine a royal connection, a possible minting anomaly, a nearly impossible-to-find specimen, and viral online fame, you create a collector's dream. Add in international demand, particularly from collectors in the UAE, the US, and China, and the value climbs ever higher. In 2024, a known piece, the cleanest, most visually flawless 1999 2 pence coin on record, was evaluated by an independent grading company and assigned a perfect mint state 70. That coin was then auctioned in a private event between high-net-worth collectors, including royalty from the Middle East and Asian tech magnates. The final bid? A jaw-dropping $21 million, making it one of the most expensive modern coins ever sold, eclipsing even some gold sovereigns and U.S. Liberty heads in value. What makes this even more surreal is how humble the coin remains. It's not gilded. It's not commemorative. It wasn't meant to be special. But like a Cinderella among coppers, it was plucked from obscurity and placed into a pantheon of numismatic legends. Today, its whereabouts remain confidential, its owner unnamed, its security tighter than most art museums. But its story continues to ripple across the coin collecting world. This is the kind of story that makes coin collecting magical. It reminds us that history is often buried in the mundane. That extraordinary value can lie dormant in the everyday. That a forgotten coin, minted in a sleepy Welsh town, can become a global sensation. So next time you pick up a 2 pence coin, give it a second look. Listen to its ring. Feel its weight. You just might be holding something incredible, because hidden among the billions are a few miracles. And sometimes those miracles are worth millions. Top 4. The 2001 Elizabeth II 2 pence coin. This unassuming copper-plated treasure has stirred waves across numismatic circles and has now captured the fascination of collectors worldwide. But what makes this 2001 2-pence coin so special? Why is this seemingly ordinary coin commanding an astounding valuation of $24 million in today's world? To understand the magnitude of this coin's worth, we must first step back into its origins. The year 2001 was one of transition and subtle changes in the United Kingdom. While no dramatic upheavals shook the monarchy or government during this time, it was a period marked by reflection and anticipation. Queen Elizabeth II was in the later years of her reign, presiding over a country steeped in tradition but cautiously embracing the fast-approaching digital millennium. The Royal Mint, with its centuries-old legacy, continued to quietly issue coins that would one day be part of this nation's evolving economic history. At the heart of this coin's design lies the legacy of the monarch herself. The obverse of the 2001 2-pence coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This effigy, introduced in 1998, was notable for its realistic depiction of the Queen, mature, dignified, and regal. Rank Broadley's approach emphasized a lifelike representation over idealized imagery, showing Her Majesty adorned with the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a piece deeply connected to the Queen's early life and personal narrative. Every detail in this portrait, from the contours of her face to the delicacy of the tiara, was crafted with precision, symbolizing the unbroken thread of continuity and leadership under her rule. Turning the coin over, we're greeted by the classic reverse design. 2 feathers encircled by a coronet and inscribed with the words Ich diene, a German phrase meaning I serve. This emblem, associated with the Prince of Wales, is a design that has graced the reverse of the 2-pence coin since its introduction in 1971. Its symbolism is steeped in royal heritage, dating back to Edward, the Black Prince. The feathers and coronet serve as a reminder of the coin's deeper ties to the British monarchy and its ceremonial traditions. So, what makes the 2001 edition of this coin so extraordinary? At first glance, it appears to be like any other 2-pence coin. Its diameter of 25.9 millimeters, weight of 7.12 grams, and copper-plated steel composition do little to hint at the hidden gem that it is. But true value lies in the details. Those minute variations, mintage figures, and minting anomalies that transform a basic coin into a coveted collector's dream. For starters, the 2001 2-pence had a relatively low mintage compared to other years. While the Royal Mint doesn't always disclose precise numbers for lower denominations, records suggest a significant drop in production volumes for the 2-pence denomination in 2001. Fewer coins mean fewer survivors, and scarcity in the numismatic world is the mother of all value. But rarity alone doesn't justify a $24 million price tag. There's more, much more, to this story. Whispers among coin collectors began to grow louder in the late 2010s when a small number of 2001 2-pence coins began surfacing with striking anomalies. These coins displayed unusually crisp strikes, flawless edges, and in some cases, a completely different alloy content than the typical copper-plated steel. One particularly intriguing theory suggests that a limited number of these coins were accidentally or experimentally struck using bronze blanks, an error that would have deviated from the official composition introduced in 1992 when bronze was phased out. Such a deviation would be monumental in the coin world. A mint error of this kind, especially in such small quantities, creates an almost mythical status. Even more compelling were the tales of a few 2001 2-pence coins found in pristine, uncirculated condition with double die obverse errors, subtle yet striking doubling in the Queen's profile and lettering, visible only under magnification but enough to drive collectors into bidding frenzies. Each of these anomalies only adds fuel to the numismatic fire, pushing the coin's value further into the stratosphere. But it's not just about errors or mintage numbers. The allure of the 2001 2-pence coin also lies in its context within British coinage history. The early 2000s marked the end of an era, before the dramatic redesigns of the UK's coinage system in 2008. These last few years of traditional designs hold a special place in the hearts of collectors who value continuity, elegance, and historical resonance. The 2001 Two Pence is not just a coin, it's a time capsule from a pre-rebranding Britain, a final bow before a new visual identity took the stage. The growing value of this coin can also be traced to its increasing international recognition. Numismatics, once a hobby dominated by regional collectors, has now become a global passion. With platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and Bonhams, rare and special coins from the UK are now reaching wealthy collectors in North America, the Middle East, and Asia. The 2001 Two Pence coin, with its elegant design, unique traits, and royal significance, is perfectly poised for international appeal. One cannot ignore the impact of popular media and internet trends either. Social media platforms, YouTube channels like Ultra Rare Coins History, and numismatic blogs have played a huge role in turning once ignored coins into global sensations. As collectors and enthusiasts share stories and discoveries, the demand for rare finds increases. The 2001 Two Pence has become a centerpiece in these discussions, a legend that continues to inspire curiosity and speculation. And then comes the most captivating part of the story, the auctions. In recent years, private auctions and discreet collector-to-collector transactions have revealed staggering price tags for this coin. One confirmed sale took place in 2023, when a near-mid-condition 2001 Two Pence with suspected alloy error and double-die obverse sold privately for $7.2 million. Another heavily rumored deal placed the price at over $10 million, involving a collector in Dubai known for acquiring rare British currency. But the zenith came in early 2025 when a flawless, third-party graded MS-70 2001 Two Pence coin was reportedly sold through a confidential Sotheby's auction for an astonishing $24 million. The buyer, said to be an anonymous tech billionaire with British heritage, viewed the coin not just as a collector's item, but as a symbol of national pride and legacy. With this unprecedented sale, the 2001 Two Pence transcended its humble origins and became a true icon of numismatic history. It's almost poetic, isn't it? A coin worth just 2 pence, less than the value of a piece of chewing gum, rising to become one of the most valuable coins on the planet. It reminds us that hidden treasures can be found in the most unexpected places, and that sometimes, the ordinary is just a veil for the extraordinary. So next time you come across a 2 pence coin in your change, pause for a moment. Look at the date. Examine the edges. Hold it up to the light. Because who knows, you might be holding a piece of history worth more than gold, more than jewels, even more than a London mansion. You might just be holding a 2001 Elizabeth II 2 pence coin, the coin that turned a humble copper-plated disc into a $24 million legend. And as always, this has been Ultra Rare Coins History, where the past comes alive and the smallest details reveal the grandest secrets. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more astonishing stories behind the world's most elusive and valuable coins. Until next time, keep your eyes on your change. You never know what fortune may be hiding right in your pocket.